Hello, everyone. Welcome to Golf Plus. My name is Topher James, and we are at the ocean course at Kiawah. Kiawah? Kiawah? I don't know. I don't know how you pronounce it, but it is one of my favorite courses in the game, and we're going to do a playthrough. So we're going to quickly jump into it. Hole one is a par four. So pretty straightforward. It's less than 400 yards. I'm playing back easy low pro. My favorite thing to do is just try to get into a 90, 100 yard range, but definitely want to try to put it at a yardage that you're happy with. Make sure you don't go too far right because you could be hitting into the bunker or the sand, not the bunker. If you go really far right, you'll be in the water. Nothing too bad about this green. Like most of the greens on the course, subtle contours, not too bad to putt on. Easy pin. I know hard pin's back here. I think medium pin's even shorter. So first hole is definitely a really good starting hole to try to get aggressive and try to find a flow for the round. As I pull it left of the hole and leave it short. These are hard greens, or firm greens, I should say, which is, it's not like St. Andrews. It's not as hard as St. Andrews, so you can still get spin on it, but definitely want to play some rollout on your chips and mid to longer irons. I do think that this course is one of the more enjoyable courses to putt on because there's no zigzags and the greens are pretty tolerable. Hole two is a par five, first par five in the course. It's a par 72, so definitely enjoyable in that area. Landing zone, depending on the tee. Sorry, I went too far. Definitely want to be in here. That will put you about 250 out from the back tees. Anything in the sand or in the rough, and you won't be able to get aggressive on your second shot. Thought I put it in the rough. So if you do put it in the sand or in the rough, or you're not able to get to the green, anything on the left side in this fairway is a good bailout area. If you put it in the sand on the right, you could be 20, 30 yards out depending on your shot, so it could be bad. Sorry. The green, it's definitely pretty sloped in different areas. So the easy pin's right here. The medium pin is up on this little mound, and the back or the hard pin is on the slope. Really, I believe it's pretty difficult to hit your second shot on the green to try to give yourself an eagle. So my strategy is always just get it close so I can get up and down for birdie. And it normally is difficult. I made that look way too easy. Shout out to the game, proving me a liar. Hole three is probably the nastiest hole on the front nine, only because it's a short par four. From the medium tees, you can drive the green. You get basically what I like to do from the back is to try to put it in a range that I'm able to attack the pin. But you notice that this green is elevated and there's no rough that's that borders the fringe, or it's not outlined by rough. So basically any ball that's not on the green is going to fall off. Easy pin, I want to say medium pins over here somewhere, and then the back pin's way in the back. But it's very easy to roll the ball off the green. So anything on the green is good. try to set yourself up to be able to attack the pin. A lot of times I hit off to the right side of the rough or the fairway and it goes into the rough, which I'm fine with that. Definitely anything on the green. And then once you are on the green, you know, it's not too sloped, so it's pretty enjoyable to putt on. Unless you pull the putt like that. Well. Hole 4 is a par 4. Now, the tricky part of this is the water that's in between the fairways on the drive. From the back tees, it's hard to get to, but from the medium tees, I'm not able to, clear it. So a lot of times I'm going to lay up anyway. Always try to aim towards this tree, to the right of this tree. It will keep you safe away from the bunkers. Plenty of fairway to hit at. And then, it's like 315 to roll through the fairway. So if you're like me and you can't hit that far, then not much to worry about. The green on hole 4 is back to being pretty sloped. So you got the easy pin that's pretty fun to attack because it's kind of in a horseshoe. I want to say the hard pin is back here. Maybe the medium pin is back here. I might have that flipped. But again, if you're sitting up from the back tees about 300 off the drive, you got a mid iron. And you can still be pretty aggressive. Oof. Now that I'm chipping, so when you're chipping on these greens, it's like St. Andrews, playing for a lot more rollout. So if I was playing, I don't know, Pebble Beach or Southwind or anything like that, I would definitely, hit a little flopper about right here and just let it roll out a little bit. But because these are firm, it will definitely roll past. So I'm going to basically aim just shorter than I usually do. And miss my mark completely. Hole 5 is a fun par 3. So from the back tees, it's a 185 to the front and 230 in the back. So many things can go wrong with this green. So one, it's a very narrow green. There's a lot of sand guarding it on the left. There's bailout area on the right. So front, I want to say easy pins in the front, medium pin still in the front, and then hard pin is way back here. You do have this slope on the top. Thankfully, there's no pin on the top right there. Because it is a long iron, try to hit 10 yards short and let it roll. Or hit a nice high cut like I do. So it lands at 187, rolls out to 196. It was a little bit of a downslope. Oh, what a bad putt. What a bad putt. Hole 6, par 4. Pretty normal par 4. You have sand on the left. It's a little bit of a narrow fairway. The green itself is, pretty slow, but it kind of pinches in the middle, which is fun. Definitely either want to get in the fairway or miss it to the right. So if you hit a 300-yard drive, it's 160 to the front, 204, 5 to the back. Easy pin, medium pin, and I think the back pin is back there, or the hard pin. So yeah, pretty straightforward. Try to attack it. If you miss the green, then you can get up and down. Didn't draw that enough. But yeah, the contours on this course are very nice. Nothing ridiculous. Very fluid. Hole 7 is the second par 5 on the front 9. The challenging thing for here is just to make sure that you're very accurate on the tee, because if you can't get in the fairway, you can't go for the green, or it's difficult to go in the green your second. If you go too far right, you can end up in the deep rough or in the sand. Too far left is the rough. So try to be accurate. I think I love this course so much that it's just, not much elevation changes. So once you hit a 300-yard drive from the back tees, it's 240 to the front and 260 to the back. And just like the other par 5, it's one of those things that, if you get it on the green, that's awesome, but at least get it close to the green and preferably in the rough to give you a nice shot for an up and down birdie. That might be too long. Yep. So that would have been a good shot had it been, sorry, a little bit of a top-down view, because hard pins are usually down here, easy pins right there, and medium pins, I believe, are back here. So, but if you notice, this green does have the slope to the back right. So if this was a hard pin, I'd be really happy. But I'm still happy because I'm on the green in 2. Hole 8 is another par 3. Now the interesting thing about this, talking about parts of green that slopes. So from the back tees, it's 180-ish to the front part, 210 to the back. Now easy pin and medium pin are both, you can attack, you can leave short, you can, miss. The hard pin is tucked over here. Now you see the slope right here that filters everything, to the right and to the back. And if you go too far back, you can actually roll into the sand. So if you're heading towards this green at all, definitely plan for some rollout because you're hitting a long iron. Oh, I'm pulling everything. Hole 9. Again, just another simple par 4, kind of dog legs left around the sand. You have a bailout area to the right. If you hit 300 yards, you still got a long iron to go. So try to hit in the fairway. But definitely stay away from the sand. So after a 300-yard drive, you got 170 to the front part of the green, 210 to the back. And, it's kind of slow. Not too much to worry about on here. I can't remember. I want to say easy, hard. I think medium might be in the back. So not too challenging other than the fact that you just want to make sure that you're able to get it on the green and should at least get par. Yeah, I left it short. Back 9. Oh, why do I always get phone calls when I play this game and do a video? Okay, so the back 9, hole 10's a par 4. The only thing with the par 4 is if you push it off to the right, then you can end up in the sand and you'll have a blind shot. So you can still fly that little notch in the fairway. Or pull it left into the rough like I just did. Thankfully, it's not that bad of a second shot. This green is definitely guarded by sand, and so easy pin. There's a pin back here. Honestly, I don't remember this one too well, but it is kind of a smaller green. So nothing wrong with just playing safe on this one, just getting on and taking par. Or hit it short. So with this chip, I'm going to try to land it like right here and expect a lot of rollout. Yeah, there's a lot of rollout. Hole 11, once I learn how to talk. It's another long par 5. I think all these par 5s you can't get to with an iron unless you just crush a driver or play from the middle tees. Again, you want to be accurate. There's a bailout area on the left. If you go into the sand on the right, then it's going to be a miserable hole for you. And then with the 300-yard drive, it's 265 to the front of the green, 290 to the back. You got some bailout areas. I'm down in the right, a lot in the rough. Honestly, there's a lot of rough to kind of protect you from the sand. Easy pin, I can't remember. Hard pin, medium pin might be up here. But that's usually my rule for all the par 5s is to just try to get close to the green and rely on my short game to get up and down for birdie. Or just get lucky with a 3-wood. Yeah. Anyway. Hole 12 is a par 4. Now, the next 2 holes, water is going to be in play, so just keep that in mind. Now, the fairway is pretty wide. Make sure you get into the fairway so you can have about a mid-iron left to the green, mid to short iron. And if you're still watching, definitely make sure, I play this course like too many times, make sure you're aligned with where you want to go, because some of the fairways that I've played already, let's see, I was aligned. You just want to make sure that you judge where to hit it. Like even then, I was aiming left and I still pushed it right almost through the fairway. So just double check your alignment is basically what I'm trying to say. Hey, I'm in the rough. Sweet. Oh, that sucks. All right. So, like I said, this whole water is in play. So the easy pin, I know the hard pin is tucked near the water and medium pin somewhere. So the hard pins is definitely kind of scary to go after. The easy pin and the medium pin, I mean, if you bail out left, especially if you drive in rough like I just did, it's not that big of a deal. See, just kind of bailed out. A lot of fairway. This green is, you got a lot of slope over here, but it's not too hard to chip on. Again, just plan for the rollout. I got nervous on that one. I didn't want to roll past. Hole 13, again, water's in play. So the fairway is actually very interesting. So it bottlenecks right here in between the sand and the water. Any, bad push, any, huge slice into the water, anything left, you can put you in the sand and in the rough. So, just try to be accurate. You could drive past the sand, or you could lay up short of it. It's not that long of a hole. But I've ended up in the rough and the sand so many times on this hole. Like, really, get out of my way. This is usually where I end up. And then after you hit 300, okay, so again, you have water bordering the green on the right. Major slope left to right on the screen, but you can't roll into the water. And then you have rough and sand on the left. So easy pin, I know the hard pin is tucked over here, and medium pin, I don't know, probably over here somewhere. But you notice after 300 yards, it's 125 to the front, 170 in the back, so it's not too bad. I am pulling everything. Wow. All right, hole 14, hardest hole on the course. Okay, so from the back tees, it's 217, whatever, to the front, 260 to the back. It's 12 feet down, but it's elevated. So anything that rolls off this green, and you see all the red that outlines it, it's going to roll off, into a collection area. It will roll behind it. It will roll left of it. It just sucks, especially when there's wind. And this is at least from the back tees. I think the middle tees, it takes off about 30 yards. But this is a hard club or a hard hole for me because I have a hard time getting my 3-iron to the recommended yardage. And if I have a 3-wood, then I have a hard time keeping it on the green. One other thing I will point out, actually 2 things. So front, easy pins right here, hard pins over here. Hopefully you can see that. And then medium pins is in this bowl. So anything that you land on the green has a good chance of rolling back or rolling completely off. Additionally, this is what a chip looks like. If you miss it on the left side, If you miss it on the right side, oh, it's just horrible. Horrible hole. I'm getting lucky with these holes, to be honest. I'd say I've probably hit this green less than 50% of the time. Hole 15. Another thing to note about this course is it's very linear. So you're either going up the, I don't know, let's assume, well, this is North Carolina. So let's assume this is the east. So you're either going north, this is South Carolina. You're either going north or you're going south. You're not really going, east or west. So with wind, that's a really big issue. So if we're playing, I can't remember the settings, but medium wind, high wind, some holes it could be really easy. Other holes are going to be really hard. So the reason why I bring that up is a lot of times I'll have a game plan with that. I think the last Kiawah event had like back hard high pro, and so all the holes that I knew were with the wind, I got very aggressive. All the holes that were against the wind, I got very defensive. You know, that's how I did it anyway. So just something to note. Okay, sorry. 15 is part 4. This one's really interesting because, you can't really tell where you're aiming, but if you look on the map, it's really easy to go too far right into the rough. So yeah. So right there is that little elbow of rough, and you can easily hit it off to the right. So you kind of want to get greedy and excuse me. Thank you. You kind of want to hit over this mound right here so you can be on the fairway. And that's if you consistently hit 300 yards. The green. So the next, well, most of the greens, but the next couple of greens are guarded by sand on the side. Pretty simple green as far as what to attack. I think easy. I think hard's back here. Medium is probably in the middle somewhere. Oh, that was bad. I tried not to pull it, and I pushed the crap out of it. Again, just be careful with your chips. This is a downhill chip on a firm green, so it's going to, it should roll out like crazy. It should have. I babied it because I was scared. And then the last par 5. So there's a little 2-tier on the fairway. If you get right on the right side on the upper tier, you get a good look at the green. But a lot of times I end up on the low side. So yeah, the ball just hits the slope and goes left. It's not that big a deal. The big deal is the second shot. So if you're able to go after the green on the second shot, so you have sand on the left and it's going to be a huge uphill shot. You have bailout areas to the right. If you go too far past, you could end up in the sand. Like the other par 5s, okay, if I hit this green in 2 and and it stays on it, I will be completely shocked. I will throw that there now. Easy, hard, and medium's back here somewhere. And a lot of times I just try to hit it in this area somewhere because, like I said, I just want to get up and down. I should not keep this ball in the green. Yeah, see? All right, finally, something that happens when I expect it. So it just bails out to the right. Not the most ideal shot, but the lesser of two or three evils. Oh, get down. That was a bad chip. Yeah, those uphill blind pitch shots, those are not easy. Hole 17, last par 3. This is a nasty hole. It's a long par 3 from the back. It's 205 to the front of the green, 245 from the back. It's guarded by water on the right. And if you get scared of the water, it's guarded by sand on the left. Easy pin, medium pin, and then of course the hard pin is like right here, tucked behind the water. Really, there's nothing wrong with bailing out to the left and just getting up and down for par, or even bailing out long. Because it is a long iron, the ball will hit and roll. So if you get birdie on this hole, great job. Yeah, didn't get there. And then the last hole, hole 18. Definitely double check your alignment. So you kind of see the sand bunker right there. Anything to the left of that is good, unless you can fly the sand, which that's a hell of a shot. But you notice, once you get up in the air, how big the fairway is. And then it is a long hole, so 300-yard drive. You'll still have a long iron into the green. The green is, basically it's horseshoe, but I'll call it 3-tiered. So you got your easy pin, your medium pin, and then your hard pins in the back here. You have a lot of fall off areas with the fairway. Because it is a long iron, like this shot is 200 yards basically. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go for 10 to 15 yards short of it, and it should roll out. I missed it to the right. That still rolls into that lower tier. I kind of hit a high cut on that one. Actually, it wasn't really a cut, it was just high. But hopefully you guys enjoy Kiawah. I really enjoy it. Love to play it. Hopefully this video helps you. And that's it. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. I will see you all later.